Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be continuing our Bible reading, of course, in the Action Bible. So we're gonna go ahead and hop back into Joseph's story, of course. So we're starting. All right. So let's go ahead and see where God takes him now. Okay. It's called Pharaoh's Man, based on Genesis chapter 41, verses 44 through chapter 42 of verse 38. In a single moment, Pharaoh elevates Joseph from prisoner to prime minister. From the throne room, Joseph goes outside and kneels and prays, thanking God for protection and guidance. And that's something we all always fall to. We don't thank God enough for what He's given us. All this through, have Joseph, and he gets, his great honor. And the first thing he does is go outside, kneels down, and thanks God. So, think about that next time, something good comes. And even when it seems like things are bad, there's still very many things to be thankful for. Just your health or your eyesight, a home, food, whatever. So, never not take the time. Always take the time to thank God. All right, Joseph orders the people to start preparing for the famine. He becomes famous, and everyone rejoices when he marries the beautiful daughter of the priest of I am proud to be your wife, Joseph. You have done so much good for our people. There is still a lot to do. The good years will pass quickly. All too soon, bad years began. As the famine continues, people come from other countries that have run out of food. Only Egypt, warned by God, has stores of grain. People from every country tried to come to Egypt, hoping to buy some of the extra food. One day, tribesmen from Canaan entered Joseph's city. In order to buy grain, they appear before the governor of Egypt. Then, just as Joseph dreamed many years before, they bow before him. So, just as he dreamed many years before of his brothers bowing before him, it has come true. They do not recognize Joseph, for this is, many years later. Joseph has become a man by now. But they have bowed before him, just as he dreamed. My brothers, they do not recognize me after all these years. As you could see, right here, as here's Joseph, and this wonderful clothing. His brother's down here bowing before him, but he's a man now. He's in some very rich clothing, I should say. Let's see what happens next. Since his brothers don't recognize him, Joseph wants to find out whether they have learned to be kind and merciful in the years since he's seen them. He decides to test him. "You are spies," as he yells out. "No, my lord, we are 10 sons of the great chieftain Jacob. He sent us to buy grain." 10 sons. How many more sons does your father have?" "He had 12 sons. The youngest, Benjamin, is home with our father. The other one died long ago." "I still say you are spies. Guards, take them to prison." So as he tests them, and yells out, and I can't remember if in the King James, maybe he may have acted like he could speak and he had a translator there and things like that, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, so he sends him to prison. Of course, they told him that Benjamin, if you remember, that was his youngest son, and then Joseph, they said died long ago because they don't recognize this as Joseph, like I said before. Why should he think we are spies? I don't know, but it was strange that the governor wanted to know how many sons our father had. Hours passed, then days. The brothers try to understand what has happened. Never once do they suspect that their brother Joseph is the governor of Egypt. On the third day, Joseph calls for the brothers to be brought to him. "You may buy grain, but to make sure you are not spies, I will hold one of you in prison until you bring your youngest brother to me." "Me in prison?" So he takes one of them. He sells them the grain. He takes one of them and puts them in prison until they bring their youngest brother, which is Benjamin. Of course, this is his brother as well, his younger brother. "This must be the punishment for what we did to Joseph long ago." As they speak among themselves. "I told you not to hurt him." And now Joseph thinks to himself, has it taken you all these years to regret the evil you did that day? Because deep down, I mean, if you really think about it, if you really take the time to think about it, what they did was horrific. You know, they pretended, they lied to their brother, and even Benjamin, in both of his Benjamin believed that their brother was killed by a lion or something of that nature, and in all reality, they sold him and all that stuff to be a slave. Uh, Simeon is quickly bound and taken back to prison as a hostage. Frightened and eager to leave Egypt, the other brothers hurried to the storehouse to buy grain. Pay me first, and I'll fill your sacks. Their grain sacks filled, the brothers leave Egypt at once, but when they get home, they discover that their sacks are filled not only with grain, but also with all their money. Why do you have money in your grain sacks, and where is Simeon? The whole trip was very strange. The governor said we were spies. He put us all in prison. Then he released everyone except Simeon. Simeon was to stay there until we take Benjamin to Egypt. Take Benjamin to Egypt? Never. I lost Joseph long ago. I'm not about to lose another son. I would not let you take Benjamin. But father, what about Simeon? Yes, what about Simeon? And what about us? If the grain runs out and we have to go back for more, we can't go without Benjamin. The family uses the grain sparingly, but one day Jacob's hunger tribe has to face the truth. The grain is almost gone. What are we going to do? So now we will get into what happens next and how Joseph will reveal who he truly is to his brothers. Joseph has a very, insane life so far, but again, he's always kept his faith in God, never given up on him, and look at the blessings he's had. Yes, he went through some rough patches, and God says we will. He says we're going to face mountains, but it's the choices we make when we're there that define, what we'll become and what success we'll have. You can choose to be angry with God and to curse him or whatever, and nothing good will ever come to your life. Or you can trust him, pray every day, believe that something, believe in him, never have any doubt and never have any fear. Keep working hard, and I guarantee you that great success will come in your family, in your marriage, and your home, in your financial, all of it. So, always keep that faith, and always keep the trust in God. God bless. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.